Let's talk now about options. They are only available via the menu. They are not available via buttons. So you might find very useful the ability to save your debugging session. I will demonstrate this by starting the debugger and choosing debugger. So let me first start the debugger. Let me execute. And then now I can see debugger. This is the menu option. And then I choose debugger session. And then I choose save. Before doing this, let's do the following. I will set breakpoint here, another one here, just to show you. Now, debugger, debugger session, and then save. Okay, now I have a new screen. And here I have the option to save to a file or to the database. I can give the session a name. I can choose exactly what I want to save. And then at the last field, I can add my comment or something to describe what this session is. For now, let's do the following. Let's save to the database. By default, the session name is startup. And the startup session is a different one. It's someone that it's a kind of session that is always restored when you call the debugger. So this is the difference of the startup one to the others, the ones that you define it. And the difference of the startup sessions to the other ones is that it doesn't allow you to set to save breakpoints and watchpoints. But every time you start the debugger, the startup session is restored. For now, let's give this session my own name. And let's choose, for instance, that we want to save the breakpoints as well. Let me call it my debugger session and enter to save the session. Okay, let me replace the older one. Now my session is saved. Let me demonstrate it to you by removing the breakpoints I had set previously. Okay, they were deleted. Let me finish this execution by pressing F8. Okay, the program ran until its end. Let me go back. Let me then switch on the debugger, /8, enter. Let me run the program again. See, in the breakpoints tab, you can see that no breakpoints exist anymore. But you don't have to worry about this because remember, we saved our session. So let me go then now to debugger session, and let me load the one that we saved. So this is these sessions for my user. Let me choose a name. Okay, this is my debugger session, and let me hit enter. Perfect. Now you can see that all the breakpoints that I had set before are now restored. If it's the case that this session is not relevant for you anymore, you can use the same option, debugger session, and here you choose overview, delete. Then I can let me just execute because we have just 2 sessions. Let me select the second line, the one that I saved, and let me hit the trash can button. And it's gone. Let me go back. Okay, moving on. Another interesting thing that is the option to give the first 3 tabs your personalized name. So if we go back to the debugger, you can see here that the first 3 tabs have names desktop 1, 2 and 3, but we can change this. So let's then change by doing calling the appropriate menu option. What we can do is go to the debugger menu and then debugger session, and then we choose designation of the user desktop. And I can say that for instance, let me call one my desktop 1. Let me call the other one, for instance, source code, and let me call the third one break dot watch points. And there we are. So I have here now my own names on the first 3 tabs of the debugger. The other thing, also available via the debugger menu. Imagine that I set a lot of breakpoints, but now in this execution they are not relevant for me anymore, and I want to finish the program execution. Finish, I mean that I want it to run until its end, but I want to ignore all the breakpoints that I set. So I can do this by choosing debugger and exit application continues running. Let me choose this option, and then we see here that the debugger is off now, but the program finished, and now I have here in front of me the final list or the final output. To show you the last one, let me go back. Let me start the debugger and let me execute. If you want to see standard tips about the debugger, you do have this option. You can do this via the miscellaneous, and then here you have debugger tips. If you click it, a new window is open with debugger tips, and what you can do if you want to read all of them, you can click the next tip button, and then the next one is presented to you. The other thing I'd like to show you about is related to system debugging. What is exactly system debugging? So some of the programs are defined by SAP as system or basic programs. Usually we will not need to debug them, but sometimes the error we are getting is really there. By default, debugging is switched off for all these system components. To activate the system debugging, you can choose settings. So let me show you settings, and then system debugging on off. Let me click it, and then we have the message that system debugging was activated. By doing this, you will notice that the code that will be shown to you here will be much more, because all the system programs will now be available for debugging for you. To deactivate, then the option is the same. You can also find here in settings, but now if I click this first option, you can see that system debugging is deactivated.